All I'm saying is don't be a hypocrite when it comes to black women when you have overlooked the sins of black men. There are black men who have said and done some of the same things Sukihana has said and done, and they have not been canceled. Did not Jesus, the black Christ, lift up a prostitute and make her a disciple? Yes or no? Yes or no? And was Sister Mary Magdalene, a black woman, guilty of worse crimes than Sister Sukihana? So if Jesus the Christ can lift up a black woman and Mary Magdalene and make her a disciple, and some say a wife, why in the hell can't the Prince of Pan-Africanism sit down with my sister Sukihana and have a private, serious conversation about her impact on the black community and what she could do? Let me talk about this Sukihana situation one time. Let me talk about this Sukihana situation one time. I don't condone my sister's content. I don't support my sister's content. I will not make excuses for my sister's content. I'm simply saying that if the queen is interested in making a transformation in her agenda, I am willing to aid her in that work. I am not going to cancel her because some of you hypocrites have overlooked popular people in our community who have done worse than Sukihana. Let me say this again, because I want you to understand, overstand, and understand me right now. I want you to understand, overstand, and understand what I'm saying, brothers and sisters. I do not condone my sister Sukihana's content. I do not support my sister Sukihana's content. I will not make excuses for my sister Sukihana's content. But the sister has as much right to make a mistake and then correct it as you and I do. And many of you who want to cancel her outright have overlooked evil and wrongdoing in the black community that has been worse than what she is doing. How many people we got who have taken the life of other people and we still celebrate them right now? How many in our community have been accused and even have been proven to be pedophiles and we overlooked their behavior because they are celebrities? How many have robbed and stolen and killed and abused elders and women and you overlooked their wrong? So all I'm saying, don't be a hypocrite when it comes to the black woman when you have overlooked the sins of black men. All I'm saying is don't be a hypocrite when it comes to black women when you have overlooked the sins of black men. There are black men who have said and done some of the same things Sukihana has said and done, and they have not been canceled. All I'm saying is be honest in your criticism. Be balanced in your condemnation. All I'm saying is don't have one set of standards for elite celebrities and a completely separate set of standards for upcoming celebrities. That's all I'm saying, brothers and sisters. That's all I'm saying. When I hear the word cancel her, if that's what you want to do, so be it. But why are you not canceling others who have done as much as her and worse? Why aren't you trying to cancel those who have done as much as her or worse? That's all I'm saying. I'm never going to co-sign negative images that are put before black women and girls. I'm never going to co-sign the sexual objectification of black women. I'm simply saying when you take out your cancel stamp, you should be taking that cancel stamp out for more people than just Sister Sukihana. Has she molested anybody's children? Has she taken anybody's life? Brothers and sisters, let me say, Let me say, I will meet with anybody. Some of you claim to be Christians. Some of you claim to be Christians. Some of you claim to be followers of the Black Christ, Jesus of Ethiopia. Some of you claim to be followers of the Black Christ, Jesus of Ethiopia. Was not Mary Magdalene a prostitute? Was not Mary Magdalene a prostitute? Did not Jesus, the Black Christ, lift up a prostitute and make her a disciple? Yes or no? Yes or no? And was Sister Mary Magdalene a black woman guilty of worse crimes than Sister Sukihana? So if Jesus the Christ can lift up a black woman and Mary Magdalene and make her a disciple, and some say a wife, according to some gospels, she was made a wife of the Christ. So if the one and only Son of God, as you believe in your religion, if the one and only Son of God can lift up a black woman and Mary Magdalene, a prostitute, if the one and only Son of the living God, Black Jesus the Christ, can lift up a prostitute and turn her into a disciple, and some argue into a wife, if the Son of the living God can turn a prostitute into a wife, why in the hell can't the Prince of Pan-Africanism sit down with my sister Sukihana and have a private, serious conversation about her impact on the black community and what she could do for the black community if she decided to undergo a radical transformation in the public eye? If the one and only living Son of the one and only living God can do it, if Jesus can have a conversation with Mary Magdalene and elevate her to the level of disciple and wife, don't tell me I can't go to Miami next weekend and sit down and have a conversation with my beautiful sister Sukihana about how she and I could work together on a campaign to eliminate the sexual exploitation and abuse of black women. Yes, she would have to make some changes for me to work with her. Yes, she would have to make some changes for me to work with her. Yes, she would have to make some changes for me to work with her, but don't tell me I can entertain the conversation. Don't tell me I can entertain the conversation. Brothers and sisters, let me say this before I close out. This is Leo season, day 1, 2023, and you talking to the SON of the SUN. I said this is Leo season, day 1, 2023, and you're talking to the SON of the SUN. This is Leo season, day 1, 2023, and you are talking to the SON of the SUN. I got a quick message for the black bourgeoisie. I got a quick message for the black middle class and for the black bourgeoisie. You're listening to your brother, Prince of Pan-Africanism. I will be bringing Black to Black parent teleconferences. School is starting up soon. I will be bringing back the Black parent teleconferences. I will be bringing back the Black parent teleconferences for those of you who have issues with your children, autism, ADHD, learning disabilities, emotional disturbances, speech and language, blindness, deafness, brain injuries, conduct disorders, IEPs, psychological evaluation, standardized testings, white teacher racism, report card grade discrimination. The Black parent teleconferences will be returning. The Black parent teleconferences will be returning. But let me say this to the black bourgeoisie and middle class black America before I get up out of here. Let me say this to the black bourgeoisie and the black parent and the black bourgeoisie and the black middle class. Not everybody who's black middle class is black bourgeoisie. Not everybody who's black middle class is black bourgeoisie, but let me talk to the black bourgeoisie and the black middle class right now. This is King Kong consciousness. The African diaspora's minister of mental health and education. The African diaspora's minister of mental health and education. The African world's minister of mental health and education. Right now, the southern states of America are trying to politically disenfranchise our brothers and sisters in the southern states. I'm talking to my Alabama Africans. I'm talking to my Carolina Africans. I'm talking to my Georgia Africans, my Virginia Africans. I'm talking to my Arkansas Africans and my Texas Africans. My Mississippi Africans, my Alabama Africans, my Louisiana Africans, my Tennessee Africans, my Kentucky Africans. You have racist, Republican-dominated state legislatures in collaboration with the Democrats who are in the process of redistricting electoral zones, and they are splitting up the black vote. They are gerrymandering the black vote so that it has no power in upcoming elections. Now, you all know that I am an ardent proponent of only voting if we're going to organize the black vote. If we're not going to organize the black vote, it will make no sense. But when we organize the black vote, we have to make sure that we collaborate, consolidate, and concentrate the black vote in predominantly black electoral districts. And guess what? These races in the southern state legislatures, these races in the northern and midwestern and southern state legislatures are in the process of redistricting black power out of effectiveness. They are redistricting black power out of effectiveness. How does this relate to the black bourgeoisie and the black middle class? How does this relate to the black bourgeoisie and the black middle class? How does this relate to the black You know how it relates? Because the minute a ninja gets 2 master's degrees, he abandons a black community for a wider community. The minute you get a good job, you relocate. You self-gentrify yourself out of the black community into a wider community. You are more interested in living with white people than keeping black power concentrated and consolidated so we can have some control over our political destiny. The racist gerrymandering and the racist redistricting that's happened all over this country is being supported by the black middle class and the black bourgeoisies who keep on moving out the black community. We don't need to move out a black community. We need to move in to a black community. I said we don't need to move out of a black community. We need to move in to a black community. I said we don't need to move out of a black community. We need to move in to a black community, brothers and sisters. You talking to King Kong consciousness somewhere in southeastern Pennsylvania. You're talking to King Kong consciousness. I'm live and direct from somewhere in southeastern Pennsylvania. You're talking to King Kong consciousness, and I'm live and direct somewhere in southeastern Pennsylvania. You don't need to know my whereabouts. What are you, a FBI agent? You don't need to know my whereabouts. What are you, a COINTELPRO agent? You don't need to know my whereabouts. What are you, a CIA agent? You don't need to know my whereabouts. What are you, a Homeland Security agent? Don't worry about where I am. Worry about what I am and what I have to say. That's what's important. That's what's important. We need to gentrify the black community with black bodies. That's what we need to do. Let's gentrify our own communities, meaning let's move back in. We need some reverse gentrification. We need some reverse gentrification. How the hell are you going to be black participating in white flight? How are you going to be black participating in white flight? Somebody explain that to me, please. How you going to be black participating in white flight? You Negroes have lost your mind. How can a black person participate in white flight out of the black community? Doesn't even make no damn sense, brothers and sisters. So that's what I came on here to say today. 50 years of hip hop, we need to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. 50 years of hip hop, we need to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. We need to talk about this racist gerrymandering and redistricting that's going on all around this country to strip the black people of any political influence. Don't tell me I can meet with my sister Sukihana. I meet with whoever the hell I want to meet with. The black community has overlooked worse. The black community has overlooked worse. The black community has overlooked much worse than that. Social media is the devil. I wish I could cancel it because y'all not using it for anything positive. Social media is the devil. I wish I could cancel it. Y'all not using it for anything positive. New York City, I will see you on Garvey Day, August the 17th. New York City, I will see you on Garvey Day, August the 17th in Harlem at the Alhambra Ballroom. The Alhambra Ballroom. The Alhambra Ballroom, Harlem, New York, August the 17th. We celebrating the greatest of the great. We celebrating the greatest of the great, the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. Petersburg, Virginia, I'll see you August the 20th. Nat Turner, August the 21st. But Leo season will begin in Miami next Saturday the 29th. And Chicago next Sunday, the 30th of July. If you need flyers, you could text my cell 215-989-9858. If you need flyers, you can text my cell 215-989-9858. If you need flyers, you can text my cell 215-989-9858. Please send me flyers if you're having any outdoor summer fests. I want to bask under the Leo sun during Leo season. If you having a street festival, a black festival, any type of celebration, black family cookout, community gathering that is outdoors, anywhere in the continental U.S., I might just pull up to your event. I might just surprise you and pull up to your event and bless the mic. Text me the flyers for your events. 215-989-9858. Oh, yes. Birthday gifts, y'all know where to send them at. P.O. Box 6872, Philadelphia. All Dr. Ifatunde solar return gifts. All my black apparel companies, if you want me to rock your black apparel, send me a 2XL for the shirts. 2XL, I might could get in an XL if it's cut big. 3XL is a little large, but I can do a 3 if you ain't got a 2XL. 42 waist, 32 long with the pants. 42 waist, 32 long with the pants. Size 12 or 13 in the shoe. 2XL in the shirts. I forget my fitted cap size. P.O. Box 6872, Philadelphia, PA. Or you could bring my solar return gift to me on my solar return at Nat Turner Land. You could bring my solar return gift to me at my solar return, Nat Turner Land, on August the 21st. I'm signing out. That's all I wanted to say. Shout out to my Leos, my lionesses. Shout out to the Honorable Marcus Garvey, His Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, the great Emperor Menelik II, the Queen of Pan-Africanism, Anna Julia Cooper, the scholar of Pan-Africanism, Dr. Edward Wilmot Blyden, and of course, King Kong Consciousness himself. We are the 6 saviors of Leo season. Peace and Pan-Africanism.